Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more Dawnless Days action for you today, and we have a glorious 2v2 as we have the Men of the West, Rohan and Gondor, defending against the forces of evil. We have the armies of Isengard, and we have Harad assaulting today's settlement. So yes, we have a glorious one. This is a long one though, so definitely get your snacks and your drinks ready. But it is a very, very epic one, that is for sure. So definitely get your snacks, get your drinks, sit back, relax, and prepare for some Lord of the Rings action. And it seems as though Harad is already setting up his Muhad Beast Tamers to take the wall, which is not a bad unit to send up first. They are a speed unit, so a pretty good way to counter Cav. Also, they have a really good missile block, so they'll avoid getting hit by all those arrows that are going to come in. We've got Umbar Usurpers over here, there, assaulting. Bringing up some ladders. Don't often see ladders being brought because usually fire arrows just burn these guys to the ground really, really quickly. But we have a sally out straight away by Rohan, and we've got some Ered of the Westfold coming out. And we also have some Knights of the House of Earl, some really, really good Cav coming out here. And here we go, a charge from the Knights of the House of Earl into the flank of the Umbar Usurpers, and a really nice charge off the bat there. And they're going to get some really good kills there. And the Umbar Usurpers are just powerless to do anything. You can see they're desperately trying to get up the wall here. This unit is like, quick, run for your lives, get up the wall. Oh, there's some archers over there, some serpent archers. These guys right at the back of the map. And you can see the Ered of the Westfold just going to race for these guys. And this is going to be easy kills for Rohan. You can see, I mean, it looks like Umbar's going to send over more infantry to try and stop it. That's definitely not the right idea. But here we go. Ered of the Westfold coming in. They're just going to cut down these poor archers that are right by the red line. So if these guys rout, then they're just going to go straight off the red line. So this is a loss of a whole archer unit. A really big win here for Rohan. Big loss here for Harad. I mean, we'll quickly have a look at what they have available. I mean, Harad does have Cav, and he's desperately setting over his Serpent Guards now. Also got Mummoks, which he's keeping right at the back, which is a smart idea. We do have also some... we also have Aemir here, who's sallied out, but it seems as though we're going to see a Uruk unit here block that with pikes, which is a smart idea. And yeah, it seems as though now we have Isengard also assaulting. They have also got their Grenadiers. So, I mean, both, they've got some pretty good units here. Prince's Coast Guard, we're seeing Fountain Guard as well. How many of these units? There's 3 Fountain Guard. Oh my gosh, Gondor is bringing a lot of elite units here today, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, this is going to be a nasty one. Also got Sally out here by Gondor. This is going to be interesting, that is for sure. That is for sure. See whether... I mean, I'll keep the infantry involved in that. I mean, I don't know why they just not annihilate this unit, but I guess 73 men is redundant in this unit. But yes, if you're enjoying the Dawnless Days action at the moment, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel, guys. And I just can't thank you enough for all the support. And also, if you want to support the channel in any other way, feel free to check out the Discord or check out my merch. Both links are in the description if you want to go and support the channel in any other way. Yes, Gondor here engaging with Umbar on the walls now. I'm going to definitely start calling these guys Umbar by accident, just because they're called Umbar Usurpers. It would be quite cool if there was like a sub-faction that was just Umbar units. I think that would be a cool sub-mod. But I think Gondor should have the advantage here because... well, actually, Umbar Usurpers are also very heavy, so maybe not. Maybe we're pretty even. I mean, they are being surrounded. Gondor has, like, got these Umbar Usurpers surrounded, so maybe it will be in favor of Gondor for that sole reason. I really do like, I always say it, but the Umbar Usurpers in that like gold and black sort of like color scheme, it really just reminds me of House Greyjoy from Game of Thrones. It really does. I just don't know what it is. They really do look awesome though. We got Prince's Coast Guard here, obviously. They're just waiting patiently. We are going to see Umbar Usurpers now move up. They're gonna get on this ladder, and they're gonna try and like land. I mean, try and get behind the Gondor soldiers. We are seeing more Gondor soldiers going to the wall though, so seems like they are gonna have this pretty locked down. But yeah, this is the map of Linhir. If you've not seen Linhir, this is what it looks like. It's a pretty interesting one. We've got bridges as you go to cross, so it does take a little while for the attackers to actually arrive at the walls. They are. It does take quite a long time. Like I said, you've got to get across here. Then you've got open ground. And it's a good area for Cav to operate, as we've seen already. And it looks like... I thought we were about to see another sally out. I thought Rohan was going to challenge it, but no. Harad is ready. I mean, somehow they managed to keep this archer unit alive. I'm surprised. I mean, maybe they saw the Harad from Cav come over and they were like, "Yep, that's it. We're getting out of there." Maybe that's why the all the infantry stuff retreated. But to be honest, Rohan probably could have held that. They had the archers. They could have sent out pikes or pole arms to support. Could have been a good opportunity to kill off that Cav. But yeah, we will see what happens. Seems like Mu had beast. No, we've got Mu had beast tamers and serpent spears here, and more beast tamers on the way. Seems like they're not having a fight for the wall over here. Gondor's quite happy to let Harad land there. We've got artillery here from Isengard. They've actually lost 2 artillery pieces already. I don't know what to. I haven't seen any destroyed artillery pieces. Oh, are they there? No, they're just dead villagers. I don't know where they've lost their artillery. I might be being blind. That is also quite... Ah, there they are. They are dead here. What do they get sniped by? Do the defenders have artillery? I don't think they do. So I'm kind of surprised they got sniped. Maybe by the archer towers. They are kind of insane, but I really don't know. Unless I'm being blind and there is artillery, but I honestly can't see any. But anyway, we'll go back to the fighting. We'll go back to... We're just busy on the walls at the moment. Always a good way to fight fight for your walls, because then you can use obviously your archers to focus down onto the walls and really hit these and hurt these attackers. Like, I mean, it's a bit difficult on this map. I mean, you could get archers up here, maybe shooting to the sides. I mean, they are doing a decent job though, holding them in place. I mean, these are evenly matched units. If Gondor had weaker troops, I'd certainly say he wants to get archer support here, but he has got really good infantry up here. Gondor, people shit on Gondor, I feel, in this mod. I feel like it's a pretty good faction. They do well. Villagers down there, look at that, they're running away. They're like, please, we need sanctuary, get us inside. Save us, Gondor. And Rohan, of course. Rohan's here. Rohan has brought a very varied army. They've got axe stains here. These guys are going to do not a lot, but they've got Garrison of Hornburg. These are a good unit, good bow and bow and axe unit. They're a very good hybrid unit, so we'll see how they do. And they're up against our old nemesis. That is Isengard. So that's quite apt. I do quite like that. I mean, Harad obviously does face Gondor quite a lot. They are obviously fighting over the wastelands. If you haven't already, by the time this video comes out, I will have done my first part of the Ard Adunaim campaign for Third Age Total War. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, not just Dawnless Days, then you definitely should go and check that out if you haven't already. It is a live stream, so obviously if you're watching this video, it's been live and that, but you can go back and rewatch it, and it should be coming out. There should be an episode, at least one episode every week. We may do another one this week because it's like the first week, starting week, and I'm really enjoying it. I really like Third Age, and I mean, it's the closest thing we're going to get to a Lord of the Rings campaign until Dawnless Days obviously releases their very own campaign, which, my god, when that happens, I will be just 24/7 playing that. But look at this, Unbar Usurpers. Now that the archers are firing, we've got Athelian Rangers back here. Elite archers, these guys are. They are causing the Unbar Usurpers to waver, and that is what I'm saying, guys. Archers, like, hold it, infantry on the walls, and then use archers. It is devastating. Really, really effective tactic. But you can use it in any Total War game, by the way. It doesn't just have to be Dawnless Days. Use it in Rome 2, use it in Medieval 2, use it in Attila, Shogun, anything. It will work. It's an age-old tactic. And you know it's also an age-old tactic? Pikes. Pikes will get you through choke points. And I mean, I'm guessing that's what they're preparing for here. I don't know exactly why they're... Maybe they're just worried about a sally out. That's why they got the pikes in front. Isengard is certainly playing very slowly. He needs to get a move on and support Harad, because otherwise Harad's just going to be throwing infantry at these walls, and he's just going to get killed all on his own, because he could get 2v1. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like they're going to destroy this wall here. I'm surprised it's not getting destroyed much quicker. I guess maybe because there's only 2 artillery pieces. It's only 16%, but I believe Gondor walls are a bit buggy at the moment, that they just get destroyed really quickly. But I'm not entirely sure. Unbar Usurpers with 13 guys left, and they are managed to get off the walls. And they're fighting Fountain Guard. But yeah, so I'd expect that wall to come down really quickly, but it doesn't look like it is. I mean, Gondor's actually quickly vacating the area. As soon as like one artillery piece connected, he's getting that whole infantry unit off the wall. So it looks like Isengard's plan is to open up a breach and try and fight through there. We will see how that works. I mean, Harad has got the walls here, and he's got them like... Oh, yeah, there was artillery here. Duh. Pope, there was literally a trebuchet here. This is what responsible for taking out so much Isengard artillery. But yeah, I mean, Harad really needs to get a unit off the wall, and he needs to get his archers on this wall, and then he can just shoot down onto these like Fountain Guard here, focus them down. What else we got here? We've got Princess Coast Guard. There's so many pole arms. I mean, I know like Rohan can't bring any, but still Gondor is just literally like got a very expensive army. I'd kind of be interested to see what the funds were. But yeah, Umbar usurpers are getting shot in the back. They just stand no chance on this wall. It's a shame because this unit you can only bring three of, and it's by far and away Harad's best sword unit. So really you want to send this in as a last reserve unit, but they're being sent in first. And that guy's dead. He's regretting getting over that wall now. Yes, this is like the Black Númenóreans fighting the other... Well, it's like a Númenórean civil war. I mean, I know Gondor's not really Númenórean at this point. The blood of Númenor is basically gone in Gondor, but not quite in Umbar. They still have like Black Númenóreans. Yeah, it seems as though the Umbar usurpers over here are going to be dealt with. This one, yeah, it's already exhausted.
We have destroyed their defenses.
Don't know what this Gondor unit's doing exactly, but it's going to just march through like the Umbar usurper unit, and that might get a lot of troops killed. Might get a lot of Gondorians murdered here. But they've destroyed the defenses, so I presume... Oh, there you go. The wall has come down, and it has killed a couple of the Gondorian troops. But not many. But here we go. We've got White Hand Stormers going in first. I like that they're sending these guys in first. I mean, these guys... I mean, they should be going in first. There's a big siege, like, shield. They're, like, ready to protect themselves from arrows, bolts, whatever. And then chevroned up as well. These guys are going to be hard. Also, by the way, if you hadn't realized, Gondor's walls at the moment, they're hollow. Look, you can see the Rohan's troops over there. They are hollow. I mean, bounce power is slightly in favor of the attackers. I think that's mainly down to the Mummoks. So obviously you can't take balance power into account too much, because obviously the defenders, even though the balance power usually is never in their favor, they have the defenses on their side. That's always a massive plus. But yeah, they have about similar sort of sized armies at the moment, which is a bit concerning for the attackers. But there you go. We've got an idea of the numbers. It's about 8,000 on either side. Isengard, by the way, has landed up here. He's got Uruk-hai infantry on the walls. I mean, also, that's the thing, though. Rohan's infantry does suck. So, I mean, that's why I'd say that balance power, you could say, is right to be where it is. Slightly in favor of the attackers. Because I think Rohan's going to struggle in the infantry fight, especially against Isengard. Isengard, very, very heavy infantry. Rohan does have some pretty good infantry. In the retainers here, I believe he's like the early retainers, yet, and they're pretty solid. And also the Guard of Golden Hall, they are a heavy spear unit, but they're not going to stop like these heavy infantry units unless they use things like the archers, which they are doing now. We've got Garrison of the Hornburg. I mean, they're obstructed. They need to get their sword units here. They need to get them out of these Garrison of the Hornburg. That's a real no-no. You want to make sure your archers have a clear line of sight. And it's something in Attila that's the main thing. In like Rome 2, it's not an issue, but in Attila, it's a thing. And you need to make sure that like no unit's obstructed. So it just gets the maximum amount of kills and effectiveness. Yeah, Isengard here. The white hand of Saruman is being lifted aloft on the walls of Linhir. I believe in Third Age, because I'm obviously playing a lot of Third Age. I believe this is a Dol Amroth map, actually. Like it's owned by Dol Amroth anyway in the campaign. Which is just a little bit of info there. We actually have a Duna Nakori that's been sent through the breach point here. Still guards also defending. We've got Serpent Spears here. Yeah, they're really throwing in. Oh my gosh, and Gondor is replying with some elites. We've got Citadel Guard, Bound Guard, a very much unbreakable duo those two. You're going to need some of your own pikes or archers up here. I mean, I don't think the pikes that Isengard have are going to stop the Fountain Guard. They're just not good enough. But yeah, smartly, Harad retreats. He should retreat his spears as well. They're equally just not worth sending to their deaths, and just get them all out. And there you go. Gondor's repulsed the attack there, and I mean, well done of her, like Harad. Like, some players you just see persist. They just carry on persisting until the unit's dead. At least he's smart enough to pull out. Yes, he's still fighting up here. This is the final Umbar Usurper. It's sad to see them all die so early on, but it happens. They are doing their best there. They are doing their very best. Area of the Westfold still looking for opportunities. I'm surprised Rohan didn't bring more cav, to be honest. I mean, it just seems that... I mean, looking at Gondor's army anyway, Gondor seems like he's got a lot of expensive units. I mean, I know cav is fairly expensive, but I would have felt like Rohan's infantry is not especially expensive. I feel like he could afford to bring more cav. It's just how cheap his infantry is. Like, these Axanes are just cheap compared to the Stormers here. I'm now seeing, looks like early retainers go in as well. And these Stormers should be able to deal with both of these units, I imagine. But yeah, I do like that they're sending in the Stormers first. Just like, you're a Stormer, you go in first. Like, them and the Berserkers, they'd be the ones sending first. Obviously, no one sends in Berserkers first. It's just a shame, in a weird way. Because they just get focused down by archers, so they would die instantly. Why they never did that in the movies? Who knows? Why didn't they just focus down the Berserkers on the walls? I guess because it's a movie, and there's got to be some sort of plot line. Yeah, the Guard of Golden Hall here, holding against the Uruks, and again, we've got the Pikes coming forward, and another area now. I mean, they have 3 of these Fountain Guard. They're going to be a real problem, I can already sense, for this game. But yeah, so as soon as the Pikes get in there, Isengard's retreating his infantry. I mean, he's got pikes of his own. I don't know whether he can really go through the gate, but he could try and challenge for that choke point. And now we're going to see the pikes come over here. And the thing is, if they're going to commit the pikes there, just go back in and attack where the Guard of the Golden Hall are. This pike unit can't be in 2 places at once. So, I mean, Isengard just needs to reassault there. Over on this side, I think Isengard lost here. But, I mean, he's struggling over here. Losing a lot of early retainers by the looks of it. Also looks like another breach point is being opened up here. 16%. I think they should be able to destroy another one there. This one is turning into a bit of a stalemate. Isengard's just not even committed. Which is why you need to get archers on the wall. It looks like they might try. It doesn't look like there's any room really for those archers. But yeah, certainly at this point, Defender's doing a really good job. They are countering really well. Isengard retreated here as well with the Stormers. Again, as soon as the Pikes went in. Personally, he needs to commit somewhere and stay committed, so the Pikes are also committed. But he looks like he's going to bring up crossbows instead, which is not a bad idea to try and shoot those Pikes. I mean, another unit that would obviously be very, very good. It looks like they're going to hold on to for now are the Grenadiers. These guys are pros at killing Pikes. We're going to see Black Serpent Rangers come up. They're also going to shoot pikes. That's certainly a better unit. You want bows to try and shoot pikes, especially in this, like in a choke point like this, and especially when they're hidden, because they'll loop over and hit them. The crossbows rely on a clear line of sight. It's almost like a gun. You got to be able to see what you're shooting at. While with the bow, you can kind of just like you can guess where it is. Really, you can take the arc. I mean, some people I've not fired a gun, so I can't say. But some people have like fired a gun, like, oh, you can fire it into somewhere where it's hidden. I guess you can. It's just not as effective. It's easy to see what you're shooting at, unless you've got a bow in a tiller. Then you can just shoot and you'll hit, even though you're blinded by like a building. The logic there is flawless. Yep, Umbar Usurpers still doing their best. They're just trying to take down as many of these Gondorians as possible. I mean, they're doing okay, but again, nothing like amazing. Certainly an interesting choice to bring Athelian Rangers. I mean, everyone seems to bring them when they have as much money as possible, because they're elite and they have very good range and they're very good actually. So I mean, yes, they are very good, but the problem is they're a very light bow infantry unit, so they usually get absolutely wiped off the floor if they're in like an archer v arch unit, as any ranger unit does. They're not a very good unit to bring if you're like expecting to take on other archers. And they now these Athelian Rangers are shooting these Umbar Usurpers in the back as they've been backed against the wall as well. Something that needs to be brought back in Total War is, there you go, that unbar usurper's been broken. But, like, since we'll stay here anyway, is when there's a really crowded wall. It's like, I remember in Rome 1 it was the thing, when there's a really crowded wall, like there, you just saw it, yeah, people getting pushed over the side. I mean, he just got tipped over the side, so that's not the same thing. But when it's really crowded, people would just fall off the edge and would die. That would be a thing in real life. I mean, why don't they re-add that, like, to like, modern Total Wars? That was really fun just to watch, like, men just, like, get slowly pushed off the edge and just fall to their deaths. I mean, that sounds psychotic, but it was more realistic than just them, like, managing to stay on. Anyway, another see-through wall has appeared as Isengard has opened up another breach point, but you can see Rohan is ready. But honestly, these are early retainers and sword thanes. Send two, like, Isengard's sword infantry units in there. You kill this unit. I mean, they probably, the problem is the garrison of the Hornburg could shoot instantly into the back of the units facing those retainers. That is the only problem. I feel like they need to land another tower. If they land this tower and put crossbows up there and some swords, they'd be in a good position.
The entire unit has perished.
But we'll see what they do. It looks like maybe we're going to see Harad throwing these spears. It seems like Harad's being a lot more aggressive than Isengard. Isengard, I feel, is being a bit wary. But yes, we've got infantry back in here. The pikes are trying to do the best. The Axanes are losing. No surprise there, they are pretty awful. Oh, camera. Behave. I fight my own battle every time we watch one together, guys. And that is a battle with the camera. The Stormers, though, I'm sure they're losing men. I mean, they've lost a few men, I imagine, to these pikes. The Axanes are losing a lot more. At some point, they've just got to accept they're going to take losses to the pikes, and they've got to go in and try and kill the crab Rohan infantry. Pikes actually aren't in combat at the moment. So these Wild Stormers are doing quite well. More Axanes being thrown in. I don't know why. Yeah, again, don't know why he's retreating. He's going to do just fine, and that is the pikes I think he's worried about. But honestly, just bring up Harad's Serpent Rangers. Like, that's the perfect time. When they're engaged, when they want to, like, be in a fight, send in your archers, shoot these guys. Right now as well, we've got Isengard as well. Since he knows the pikes aren't there to defend the gate, he's now sending Uruks through here to fight the Guard of Golden Hall. Seems like they're struggling to get through there. It seems like they're getting stuck behind the pikes. Guard of the Golden Hall, though, should be able to hold. Seems like more... Maybe I'm wrong. Ah, this is also a good reason why they destroyed the wall. Because they killed probably a bunch of Rohirrim. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did. There's a load of early retainers up here they could have knocked off the wall with the artillery. I mean, that would be my spot to take up. These guys literally are, like, engaged in the Uruks. Would have been a perfect unit to go for. It's a fresh unit as well. But yeah, it seems like Harad, after he lost all his swords, is very much more wary about what to do. I mean, what's he really got? He's bringing up his remaining troops. Serpent Spears, more Duna Nakori, Black Serpent Rangers. So I mean, he's got good archers as well. But again, he's brought Rangers, so they're very light as well. So if they get shot up by archers, they will die pretty quickly. Don't know what he's shooting at with his Rangers here, but he needs to be careful. Still has ammo on the Onager. I mean, he could just shell these Sword Thanes. See if he could force them back. I don't know if he really has the ammo to get through another... Maybe he does. This one's at Fort Walls 33. Might be able to... Yeah, I'm really surprised at how, like, defensive they're playing. The attackers are playing a really defensive, like, style, like, battle. It just seems like they... Almost the defenders having to come out and attack them. Like, I've seen a couple of times of, like, chased Isengard out here and then retreated because they realized if they were stretched. But the Cav, they really want to be aggressive with their Cav, which, fair enough, is Rohan, you want to be. But yeah, the attackers have just been very wary. Again, now, like, since the pikes are engaged here, get your infantry in and charge these axes. These guys are crap. Just, like, take them out with your, like, really good swords. You'll do fine. The pikes now engaged over here. They're against Stormers and Uruk infantry. I mean, I'm sure it's certainly supporting, but yeah, I'm sure many Guard of the Golden Hall also still dying. But they do look glorious. The Guard of the Golden Hall are a really good looking unit. I mean, if you get your archers and you can just shoot into these sword things, that would also really help. You just gotta try and focus these units down. They are medium like units, most of like Rohan's army, so very easy to kill with archers. This is just an absolute stalemate over here. This is, I don't know what's going on. I think Harad realized he's made a massive mistake by putting his so many spears on this wall, and he really needed an arch unit. If he had one arch unit here, he unlocks his entire choke point. Again, though, look, the pikes shift back across as soon as like the serpent spears like attack here. They're straight back over there. Now, like, there needs to be more coordination between these attacks, because now attack here against the Guard of the Golden Hall, you make it through. I think they're just really desperate to win on the walls. The Uruks are losing though. Surprisingly, they are losing. I'm not sure how they're losing to early retains, but they are. Maybe because it's archer support. Who knows? But they are wavering that unit finally. And we're seeing an attack here as well. It seems that Harad is like, screw it. If I can't attack over on my side, I'll come support here against Isengard. I mean, this is certainly where you want to attack, is over here. Because this is Rohan. Rohan's troops are much lower in quality to Gondor. And you can just keep Gondor tied down on the other side, then you're in for a win. But as I said, look, you can see over here already, Garrison the Hornburg, they're just going to shoot into the backs of any units that attack over there, and they're probably going to get some really good kills on those Serpent Spears. Also, spears are just not the unit you're going to see an initial breakthrough. I mean, they may get through them. Heavy spears against medium swords, they should, in theory, break through. But they should definitely brought more swords. This is where you want your Umbar usurpers, just cutting through here. There's a poor Rohirrim guy back there that got speared in the neck, rip in peace. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, these sword things, they should be able to kill these guys off, really. I mean, if you set your archers up properly, you can fire into the backs of these sword things and do a lot of damage. Again, I mean, I presume they've killed some of them. This is what they've been shooting at with their archers, these serpent archers, I presume. They have lost a few Vanguard, but I don't know. They don't look that bloodied up. Also, the serpent spears in here are not making the same sort of headway that the stormers were of Isengard. They really need to send those guys back in. I mean, also, they could probably do with sending in, like, I mean, one grenade thrown here causes a lot of damage, to be honest. I mean, I would have brought maybe more grenadiers. How many crossbows did they bring? 1, 2, 3, 4. They brought 4. I would have brought one less and brought another grenadier, I personally think. Because I just don't think crossbows, you use all your ammunition, like all your potential ammunition, unless you get inside the city walls. And you can, like, set up in the street. And you can just put your crossbows out front and just burn through your ammo like that. But this is a development. Isengard's actually got through the gate. I mean, I don't know if Rohan will allow them to do this or what, but we are seeing them just like pour through the gate right now. The Guard of the Golden Hall kind of like retreat a little bit. We've actually got the Yeomen of the Mark. I presume they're firing on, onto the Uruks up there. That's just a bit of a waste. They're going to die. Early retainers up here are losing decisively because of the ammunition. Also, Serpent Spears here getting shot in the back, like I said, are losing as well. Lots of good use of archers. They're actually all doing the same thing, and that is shooting into the backs of units. Really, really good. But honestly, don't know if it's going to be enough to break through. Yeah, this is a big problem here. I mean, they are just... Isengard may have pulled through a little bit there. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, they have got some Isengard troops here to the Yeomen of the Mark, and that is obviously huge because they're going to be able to take out this archer unit, hopefully, but mainly silence it, help in other combats. Sword Thane's coming up, so I'm going to presume they're going to send these guys in to deal with the orcs, and then going to pull back the archers. Sword Thanes, though, are not that great. You really need Erling Retainers. They're the good ones. Cut that poor archer down. The pikes are back over here. I don't know. Yeah, the pikes are in a really difficult position because they have to keep turning around and support one or the other combat. Guard of the Golden Hall being sent in there. Aduna and Nakori here. They finally routed these axe lanes. Should have been done a long time ago, I feel. But yeah, they're also bombarding this whole area with arrows. I mean, the Isengard troops desperately trying to push through now. Punch a hole in the line. I mean, they're partly in, but I mean, these Uruk-hai infantry are losing. I think it's because they're getting killed by over here, but I'm not entirely sure.
The enemy have rallied their units.
They're just generally getting shot up. I mean, spears are not what you want to send in against the Aduna and Nakori. They'll eat you up. I mean, Aduna and Nakori will eat anyone up. These guys are nasty. These are true Black Numenorians. They look glorious. Look at this guy. He's surrounded by spearmen, but he's fearless. He's just going to keep... Oh, he's dead. You can't be fearless now, I guess. He's dead. Can't fear anything when you're dead. War is hell. War is hell. Yeah, 7 spears, I mean, they're working kind of okay together. To be honest, I feel like these archers, these Yeomen of the Mark and Garrison of the Hornburg are firing at the wrong targets. They're firing at Uruk-hai infantry, which, I mean, yes, they're stopping them in their tracks, and I guess that's the worry because they're breaking through the gate. I mean, these Aduna and Nakori here are getting away with literal murder. They're a very nasty shock infantry you need to kill, but yeah, the pikes here, I imagine, are racking up kills now. They're actually in a good position, able to like get clean pokes onto these Isengard troops here, and they're doing a lot of damage. Let's see on the other side. Are they reassaulted? No, still quiet over here. Still very quiet over here. Gondor is still also mounting a lot of defenses here. I feel like he outnumbers the attackers there. Garrison, we've got Arthurian Rangers going into combat. These guys have ammo left, a lot of ammo. Get them out of there. I think it might have been a mistake. Yeah, the spears here, again, like I said, spears trying to break through, but they are really slow. Spears is just not the way to break through. These evil men are trying to do their best, but yeah, men are breaking. Where are they break? Oh, they're in here, the archers. Okay, they just broke being sent in there. We are also going to see some Uruk-hai infantry also break. The pikes are starting to lose as well. Vanguard losing. They are. Oh yeah, they are. They're getting really close in combat. They're like actually like fully in combat now, like getting their swords out to fight. And that's never a good sign. It is usually why you send like Vanguard in with support of infantry, because the infantry helps protect the pikes. But yeah, these pikes here are in a bit of trouble. Gondor's swords have been sent forward to try and support. Doesn't look like it's doing too much at the moment. But I mean, now would be the time. Get these crossbows up onto this wall, and you could gun down units, I feel. You could gun down a lot of units down there. And they could get a lot of work done. We're seeing Isengard also sending troops here. We've got Uruk-hai infantry. They're cutting through these retainers, as they should. Yeah, they're actually also still getting gunned down by Garrison of the Hornburg behind them. Yeah, they need to be careful. You need to be really careful. You've got Uruk-hai infantry being broken there. It's going to sort of support those pikes. I'd probably get them out of there by now. I mean, what they got? 63 men left. Still relatively healthy. Spears losing here. Guard of the Golden Hall getting abused by Aduna and Nakori. We've got artillery coming in. Don't know what that's. Are they trying to fire on this blob with artillery? Nah, just save your ammo. You're going to get through here eventually. They've done the hard work now. They made a bridgehead. The Aduna and Nakori are just like knocking back Rohan troops right now. They do don't give a damn. I think this unit's going to get like 200-300 kills. It's being shot at by, I think, by Yeoman de Mark. Doesn't look like it's making much of a difference. This guy's still like combat even. Yeah, the artillery needs to stop firing. I don't even think it's even got a clear shot yet. This cab, by the way, look at this. Knights of the House of Earl coming around. What are they going for? Oh, there's so many archers and stuff that they can see. I think that they're thinking they might go for. Oh, yeah. They could get a lot of crossbows here. I mean, not the greatest unit to charge crossbows. Actually quite annoying to kill, in my personal opinion. There's a Dune and Nikori here, though, that they could be a problem. I'd maybe move the Mummoks up just to keep an eye on them. How did they lose another onager? There's no more onagers left. Basically, they need to use this ammo up. They're going to shoot the Knights of House of Earl. I'd manual fire that. Oh yeah, that's going to be that's a dead hit. Oh, 2 unlucky horsemen got clipped then. I mean, just put a put that White Stormer there in that choke point in shield wall. You're in business. But yeah, they're retreating Knights of House of Earl. The surprise is over. They know what's happening. The pikes have turned around and now in this choke point. They're still getting shot up by the way. By archers here. It's just, I don't know who it is actually firing. I mean, it looks like it's just the Mummock, the baby Mummock killer firing. Are they seriously the only ones firing in there? This attack at the gate seems like it's being stopped pretty effectively. Over here though, this looks like the only area they're going to break through. Isengard's still cutting through these early retainers. On the other side though, looks as though they're going to be mopped up here. Seems the attackers are going to need to start thinking about sending in things like Mummocks, Grenadiers, Pikes. These key units that often get you through choke points. But oh, we saw a sally out here. Gondor actually sallied out here. I was not paying attention, but yeah, Gondor sallied out here. And we also had Ered of the Westfold come forward. Did they actually get anything? I think all that was achieved was a bunch of Rohirrim being killed. But yeah, Gondor's actually sallied out and he's fighting outside the walls. He's been caught. And this is easy kills here for Isengard. I mean, they should just kill this unit off really easily. They could just get a Haradrim, like, cav unit in behind, rear charge it. Yeah, Gondor's going to try and run out of this. He'll lose a load of men. But, I mean, easy kills for Isengard there. Well, that's a mistake by Gondor. And now I really charge in. They need to. They need to open up another front somewhere because it's getting too easy, I think, over here for the defenders. The defenders are just massing so much infantry here. It's a tough map to attack on, Islin here. But, they needed to maybe make another assault. It's certainly 3v3. It's a much easier, I feel. But they've done a really good job of the defenders. Just some top plays, I think, so far. I think that a mix of really good plays by the defenders, but also the attackers being really wary has really helped. But you can see here, the Dune and Corey, they've got through their choke point. Now it's time to steamroll more infantry in. But they can't at the moment because Knights of House of Earl have actually arrived. They decided to charge in the end. Got a general in here. He's trying to stop these guys. We've got a bunch of archers as well engaged. You need to get those archers out of combat. Just let the Adun and the Corey and the general cut down these elite Rohirrim cavalry. But yeah, I mean, this unit's probably dead. Yeah, get things like these Serpent Rangers out of here. I mean, they just need to storm in a load of stuff here. It looks like the Pike's going to get sent in. But yeah, they need more infantry in there quickly because this is the first glimmer of hope that they have of actually getting in. And the Doom and Corey are now dying. They're being pinned up against, like they've got archers at the back, infantry and pikes at their front. Yeah, this is brutal. Black Numenorean's dying. And yeah, oh jeez, guys are surrounded. They fought so long. This unit here has probably got, I'd say, 200, 300 kills. It's like their sole reason why they broke through this choke point here. And the attackers are going to have nothing to send in. They're like, the defenders are just going to be able to retake this point. If the attackers had stormed other stuff in, the defenders would have been out of position. They could have been forced back, but no. Just not meant to be. They've still got things like Berserkers. They could have sent some of them in. I mean, the defenders, how short are they on ammo? This one's got half ammo. That's Sicilian Rangers. They're out of ammo as well. I think, to be fair, they're generally, most of the ammunition's been burned up. Garrison and Hornburg here still have ammo. And they could just shoot down into those crossbows if they wanted to. Artillery Rangers over here have plenty of ammo, so there's still at least 2 units of Artillery Rangers with full ammo. I can hear fighting over here, but I can't see any. I think they're just shouting at each other, just generally. But this looked like they were going to break. This looked like another area they were going to break through. The attackers. Not so much anymore now. Isengard's infantry has been stopped in its tracks by Guard of the Golden Hall. But yes, I hope you guys are enjoying the siege. If you are, then feel free to, like I said, leave a like, subscribe if you're around here. Feel free to as well leave a comment. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when the next Dawnless Days battle is out. And I hope you still got some snacks and some drinks, because we still got a fair amount of this battle to go. We still got, yeah, there's still at least a quarter of it left. And I'm still yet to see the attackers, you know, get a proper, like, bridgehead, like a actually stronghold in this city. They've got as far as the, like, just inside the walls, and that is it. I mean, what are the numbers now? 3,100 against 2,800? I mean, they still have the... They are killing the defenders slowly, but their advantage is dwindling. Balance power still is in their favor. Again, that's probably down to things like mummoks. We are seeing a general. Isengard's throwing in his general. That's a bad sign. We've got more Dune and Corey in there. They are cutting down what remains of these swords here. I mean, if I'm Gondor, I'm sending over my Arthurian Rangers at this point, because this is the only area that the attackers seem willing to attack. They don't want to attack any other choke point. What is going on over there? The pikes? Oh, they sent in pikes, and they were out of position because they are losing decisively. Yeah, they need to get out of there. This is why you don't bring so many crossbows. Look at all the ammunition that these crossbows have, which is great. They have ammunition. They've just not been able to use it. You bring bows or more grenadiers. Like 2 units of grenadiers is enough to like do a lot of damage in a siege battle. You can blow up a good 3-4 units. Certainly if it's Rohan, you can probably blow up like 1-2 units in like one volley. It's very easy. Their units are so weak. You can just go throw one grenade with like volley. That's an entire unit like decimated or just like redundant. But yeah, look at this. Berserk has been sent in. Now the early retainers get will have to be sent in. We've got Garrison the Hornburgers here without ammo. You imagine they'll be committed. But now we have the Berserkers finally being sent in. These guys that you see usually sent in first in Helm's Deep. They're usually, in Dawnless Days, one of the last guys to go in. Then they're fighting side by side with the Dune and Corey. I like how the Berserkers have so much armor, and the Dune and Corey just have, like, the Dune and Corey have so much armor, and then the Berserkers have like just nothing. They're literally just going in butt naked, basically. I think I'd be more scared of a man that just charges into battle butt naked than a man that's covered in armor. Maybe, I don't know, because I feel like at the same time, if you saw a man charging at you butt naked, you feel like at least you could do some damage to him. You feel like you can at least pierce him. It's not as easy when there's a man just covered in like head to toe in armor. Again, it looks like over here there's going to be a breakthrough. Well, actually, I say that. Isengard looked like he would break through, but now we've got Guard and the Gold Hall surrounding this spear unit here. I thought they were limited this unit, but I keep seeing them everywhere. Like Guard and the Gold Hall just keep cropping up here and there. What, but yeah, I don't know what Rohan's Cav's doing. I mean, I presume the one that was coming down here, yeah, Knights of the House of Hill, I presume they're all dead. We still have Aemir back here, and the Area of the Westfold is also still alive. So they still got units. Looks like we're going to see Prince's Coast Guard being sent over. They're going to be the next unit to reinforce this front. We've got fire arrows going off because there's an artillery piece point blank range right now. Isengard's getting sick of this, and he's just going to start point blank ranging shots. And which is not a bad idea. I presume it's going to be this big blob. Oh boy. I'm trying to get the angle of the artillery. The artillery is equally having a rough time. It's getting shot up by fire arrows. Yeah, this artillery just needs to shoot its last few shots into the garrison of Hornburg here and do what it can before it gets set alight, because it is getting hit hard by arrows right now. Doing a Corey down here, they're losing. They got a silver chevron. Whether that was given to them or they've just earned that, I mean, honestly, I believe either. Doing a Corey are insane. Also, one of the best looking units around. Yeah, this artillery, it's running the risk of getting burnt to a crisp. Got Isengard pikes now in here. They are going to try and force back the garrison of Hornburg with the Stormers. And Stormers and the pikes together, they can certainly make a breach point here. My god, though, the attackers are, like, they start off so defensive and so cautious. And, I mean, I don't know if it's paid off for them. Yeah, 300-man advantage still, but both sides now got less than 3,000 men. Seeing, yeah, these artillery rangers now all being sent over to the other side, which is a good idea. They definitely need to get them over here. This is where they're going to make or break and destroy the attackers, to be honest. I mean, the attackers are... They're making some progress, but not much. They need to kill this Citadel Guard General. That's something you want to definitely try and blow up with the grenades. They're really paranoid of the defenders, by the way. The attackers, sorry, I should say. But they do look like they should be defenders because they've got pikes here ready. They're worried about a flank by the cav. Oh, and the generals got in amongst the onager. Oh dear, that's the death of an onager. They're going to retake this ground, and they won't be able to get that onager out. So that's really well done there by Gondor. He's actually managed to come over here and help clear up this choke point. The Adjunant Corps got routed. It's now, it seems like here's now the main threat of the attack. Garrison of Hornburg are losing here to the pikes. I mean, they are an axe unit when they're not using their bow. So of course they have no range and they can't get anywhere close to those pikes. I mean, personally, I feel like if I had an axe, I'd just be chopping at the pikes. You'd just be like dodging them and then just smashing like trying to destroy the shaft of the pike. Probably while doing that, you get stabbed by another one. So that would probably be how it goes. Let's try and get into this little corridor down here. But yeah, as you can see down here, this little corridor, we got Sword Thanes, sorry. They're fighting against Stormers. This is not a fair fight for the Sword Thanes, but it's merely a delay unit, I think, at this point. Guard got a hole here. Yeah, we've got another assault here by Isengard. Surprised it's a lot of infantry. It seems like they're burning through it at a rate of knots. They really do need to get up some grenadiers or something. Try and force back the enemy. Like, just scare the enemy to retreat. Like, I know there's a lot of Athenian rangers that have moved up, but the archers, they're running out of archers, to be honest, are the defenders. And you can tell, I mean, they're throwing in their archers at this point as well. Like I said, Garrison of Hornburg being thrown in. They're losing, and the pikes are winning decisively. Garrison of Hornburg also look really nice in their red. I do like that red. Berserk has also been sent in. These guys, they'll finish the job that the pikes started. They'll kill these Garrison of Hornburg. Let's get in there right in amongst the fighting. These boys, they're being forced back ever so slowly. It's a very strange sword that the Berserkers use, I think. I don't know how that would really be practical. Oh, Cav sally out was not paying attention. Not paying attention, we got a Cav sally out. I think because Isengard's been pulling his troops away from this front over here. He's been sending them in here. He had nothing protecting these crossbows, which he just left undefended. And the area of the Westfold, they're getting killed. I mean, actually, well, so are the crossbows, actually. So, I mean, this is not a bad trade-off for Rohan, to be honest. This area of the Westfold's done a decent amount of damage. It's going to try and kill these crossbows. I'm going to see Citadel Guards get sent in. I mean, if you send the Citadel Guards in and get the Cav out, good idea. But yeah, this is not looking good. Why hasn't Harad sent his cav forward to deal with the Rohan's cav. I guess they're worried about the garrison of Hornburg, but you need to deal with this cav. I mean, also there's now a Citadel Guard unit over here. You can pin this down. Another Citadel Guard here as well. Shoot these guys with crossbows or kill them with berserkers. Like, that's a perfect unit to send in against them. I mean, I guess they're getting shot. I think they're getting shot at by arch towers. So that's always a problem. Arch towers are a pain. But also garrison of the Hornburg are shooting from the walls, trying to do as much damage and kill these guys as best as possible. Yeah, here we go. Berserkers are going to charge in against the Citadel Guard. Hold the line, boys! I'm going to try and chop these guys down. Cav has got out there, as has the spears. They're going to try and, I guess, surround these berserkers now. But seriously, they need to get their cav over there to Harad. What's he doing with it? It's 3 units of fresh cav. I know one's a general, but the other 2, he needs to send them in there. They're just being wasted in the siege otherwise. Like, that's the reason you bring cav, is to counter any sort of sally out by a defender. The berserkers are losing because they're getting surrounded. This is a fight they should really have won, but not going to be able to. And it's just sad to see all these Harad troops just get stuck up here. They've actually given up, and they're just going to sally out down here now. Beast Tamers are going to try and break through the Fountain Guard. Don't think it's going to work, personally. Or crossbows, they need to try and get like flanks on them. I know that they just got a side on, but there isn't any more cav now. I know they don't know that. But they should try and flank those Citadel Guard and get some decent shots on them. Got Princess Coast Guard now arriving over here. They have actually managed to get back to the Onager with some crew. I'm surprised, but we're going to see Gondor, I think, just silence that hope for good. But yeah, really, there's like little to no mainline infantry now. The mainline infantry that got sent in is those spears. They've just been sent into their deaths. There's just pikes. There's another Aduna and a Kori to go in. But yeah, really just cav, and that's about it. We're seeing these spears just get focused down now. The berserkers just got annihilated. They do look good to these Citadel Guard, especially when they're bloodied up. I really love the look. Look at these guys. Just, oh. I mean, these shields that they have, they're just the perfect thing to stop crossbow bolts. They really are. I mean, that guy did not protect himself too well, clearly. He clearly did not use his big shield properly. Yeah, the Citadel Guard, they can now just retreat inside. They don't need to stay out there. What are the numbers looking like now? 2,000 against 1,800. So still, they have the advantage. The Mummoks are being protected at the moment. But we are going to see Grenadiers come forward. Finally, we're going to see these guys come forward. They need to be used. They really, really do. I mean, now that you've got your spears off the wall, really, they should be rushing up these crossbows and getting them on the wall. They really need to. I mean, the cav here, I know what they want to use the cav for. They want to try and get them into breach points and do that. But I mean, you could charge this breach point here with the swords in. They need to do something soon. The defenders really are doing an excellent job. Like I said, it's a mix of a really good job by the defenders and a really poor job by the attackers. Seeing even more troops come over here. I mean, this is really handy as well that you have Rohan with their really good hybrid troops. Like, even though they're archers, you then go, oh, we've got a new fresh infantry unit to come up. These guys in Hornburg, they'll hold. Pikes here. I don't know how they've managed to get here, but they have been forced back by Yeoman and the Mark. But yeah, still fresh Gondorian troops that are now taking over this choke point. I mean, these choke points here, covered in bodies. Like, look at the bodies here. So many dead. And same in this one over here. This one also is just littered. Lion Stormers going in. This, I don't know where they're getting all these infantry from. I keep looking over and just thinking, Isengard's out of infantry. Then later on, it's just like, oh, there's another Stormer or there's another Uruk infantry goes in. I think they're just pulling them out of their arse. Crossbows getting sent into combat. That's not a good idea. Don't know where these crossbows exactly are supposed to be going, but they should just get them onto the walls. Get these guys on the... Oh, jeez. Harad's Beast Tamers here getting annihilated. These crossbows, if they put them up on the wall, would have scared off the pikes in an instant. And it would have become a bit more of a fair fight. I mean, it would have been in favor of Harad, because Harad could have then just shot these Gondorian swords. It's just sad to see. Yeah, there's a lot of beast tamers dying here for nothing. You see, I don't even think. Well, I mean, they've lost a couple of Vanguard, but just not that many. They've just annihilated those guys. I don't know why they're using all the ammunition on the baby Murks. Like, the ammo is not going to do that much. We're seeing shock infantry now go through this choke point here. Not a bad idea. I mean, they should break through the Gondor sword infantry. They are starting to stretch the defenders slightly, and I'm not sure how they got this serpent spear here. I guess, oh, he's rushing off the tower. So they're trying to sneak past the Gondorian swords. Pikes here also trying to poke them in the back. I mean, if they hold the gate here, I mean, they should just go through the gate with their cav. Now is the time. But Mummoks going in. Here we go. Finally, the Mummoks have been sent in. Cav also been saying, AMA has been sent in to deal with the Mummoks. Yeah, Cav is not a good unit. These are not anti-large Cav. I mean, no Cav is, I don't think. Elephants will just knock these guys around. Or Mummoks, I should say. They'll knock them around. They need archers over here to kill them. Yeah, the pike's getting through. That's good to see. Now they also need to rush in other things like, I mean, they've got the Wyvern Stormers in there. Great. They also need to get the cav in here. And they're just rushing their own cav through the choke point. Nah. I mean, Aemer's in here. And he's losing. I mean, we already said that. But yeah, just to let you know, he is losing. The pikes, they need to be careful they don't get flanked. These serpent spears at the moment are saving them. Yeah, we're going to see the pikes go in against pikes. And I imagine the Fountain Guard should win this. They're much more elite. Look at that. Battle of the Ages. Who's going to win the poke-off? Yeah, if they just rushed their cav in here, they could have just snuck in by. And they could have caused all sorts of havoc. But it does seem as though they're finally making some headway. Black Serpent Rangers here. They are killing Coast Guard off? I am mildly surprised at this. I'm not quite sure how they managed this. It seemed like the Coast Guard was set up, but we now got Hornburg there. Like the garrison of Hornburg, they probably should kill these Black Serpent Rangers. They are much heavier units, more heavily armored, and just better armed. But yeah, the Cav should win here. I mean, the Mummock should win here against the Cav. Aemir will be probably killing this engagement, and then that will cause Rohan to retreat. Oh, Grenadiers going off. Grenadiers, finally, we're seeing these guys being used. I saw the explosions. But yes, Fountain Guard are being shelled. And that's a really good use of the Grenadiers. They should have used these guys. Like I said, that's why you bring two of them, because they're good. Yeah, still grenades going off. I mean, yeah, really nice. Blow up these boys. Oh. I mean, luckily for Gondor, they got them in a really thin formation, so it's hard to kill these guys. I mean, they're causing Gondor swords to break it. I mean, the Mohawks, like I said, they can pull through. They should just pull through. They are literally an elephant. The archers over here, I think that's what they're coming forward to try and get these guys in combat. They are literally tossing these Arthurian Rangers around like they are literally like toys. Kill them all! I don't know if any of them have died yet. Oh, one has. General is dead. There they go. Rohan has lost his general. That might cause a chain rout, but I don't know how much really he has left. But my gosh, all of a sudden at the very end are we seeing a sort of an actual assault and an actual like effective attack by the attackers. They're actually making some ground. And it's because they're using their special units like the grenades, the mummoks, pikes as well. And so what they need to do, oh, the grenades are going off over here are killing so many of these Fountain Guard. I know there's reasons why you don't send them in, but I mean, it's only maybe like the mummoks I want to send in, but the grenadiers, if you can find a sneaky place where there's no archers, you can use them at any type of time in the game. Pikes, yeah, are losing now. I mean, there's too few pikes. They're also sending in their crossbows to flank the pikes, just to make sure. Adun and Corey, they're losing. Citadel Guard. We're seeing the Cav as well trying to get through. I think it's trying to just It needs to be careful. You don't want to pull through, but if it comes out this way, it should be okay. It doesn't want to pull through for its own benefit, to be honest. Look at the Mummoks. The Mummoks are still not... They've lost one unit. They're still causing all sorts of problems in here. This is what happens when you have no ammo. I mean, the spears should be able to do damage to these guys. Oh, well, they do have ammo. They're just... The Athelian Rangers are trying to just silence them. The Elephants have now lost another one. The Mummoks have now lost another one, which is a shame. Oh, they are starting to die now kind of quickly. I'd be interested to see how many kills they got. I don't think that many. Athelian Rangers. About to get charged. Oh, God! It's a huge elephant. Yeah, they're dying. Oh, yeah, they're dying quickly now.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
The Cav has got in. I mean, the Cav's charging spears. That's not healthy for Cav. Yeah, that's not healthy at all. I mean, they're losing decisively, but still. This spear should be able to do a lot of damage to this Serpent Guard. In all honesty, just send like a crossbow unit and go and capture the point. Like they're just like, I mean, you got to take 2 actually to start to win this game, but you can capture a couple of the points. Monk's still in here. Isengard also just rushing what he has remaining in infantry, trying to take out these archers. I think so he can, so the Monks can reign free. But I don't know if they will. They're probably all going to die in a minute. They are very low. Again, the Cav though, just I don't know. I don't know. Some of the decisions being made by these attackers makes me question like their tactics, basically. Charging Cav, the spears. I mean, they should have just gone around the pikes, and they could have just gone hammer anything, or just gone and captured the point. They have grenadier ammo left. They should use that for sure. The pikes over here are breaking. At 6 men, they broke. My gosh. Again, also, like, getting archers onto the wall, like, is a very key thing to do. Certainly when you have crossbows, it would have been such a huge thing to do. They could have got so many kills doing that. And made their assault much easier. I mean, what they're going to finish with? 1,200 against 400? I mean, they are going to win now, but it did seem doubtful at one point. It seemed as though the defenders were going to just defeat them. But they played the war of attrition, and it's worked. It's just going to be a very costly victory. One lone Mummock survives. His rider is so bloodied up. I'm not quite sure how he's bloodied up. He's not been fighting anyone. Oh my gosh, the Mummock is just tossing guys, and there he goes. He's dead. Oh, rip in peace. Tide of battle turns in their favor, and balance power is way in favor of the attackers now, even with the Mummocks dead. Yeah, I mean, I'd say hats off to the defenders. I mean, also well done to the attackers as well. They persisted. They kept at it. Athelian Rangers starting to die. The Cavs are staying in prolonged melee. It's not a good idea. Cavs should be taken out and then recharging. Well, like I said, it should just be running off and going capturing points. It's the quickest thing around. They can just easily do it. But it looks like they're going to go for full annihilation, just annihilate these guys. Athelian Rangers still have a decent amount of ammo as well, like way over half ammo. They need to shoot some stuff. I mean, grenadiers as well. I'd just be grenading anything at this point. Just try and blow some things up. I mean, as the Athelian Rangers as well, you'd be just shooting anything around. They need this general to die here to rout Gondor, to be honest. But he's still pretty healthy as a Citadel Guard general. 58 men. 58 men in a dream. But yeah, we're starting to see wavering over here. Oh yeah, lots of Athelian Rangers starting to waver. If they all chain route, to be honest, that would do it. That would cause a bit of an issue. Gondor's still fighting hard down here as well. These guys are wavering. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm going to see a chain route. That's a shame. Yeah, here we go. Chain route just out of army losses. And there you go. A Pyrrhic victory for Harad. Yeah, certainly was a Pyrrhic one. Certainly some interesting tactics in that one. Very, like I said, defensive, like sort of offensive. Did pay off in the end. But them being so defensive cost them a lot of lives. But anyway, this one was I took off the Rise of Mordor Discord, and this was a replay from the perspective of everyone here who was playing as Harad. His ally was God. He must be a god at Total War, but those two were on the attack, and then we have Chicken Wolf and we have Sir Saint on the defense. So anyway, let's have a quick look at some of the results. So we will look at everyone here first. I mean, his Unbound Usurpers, 86 kills before they all got killed. 207 kills here with the Aduna and Akori. As always, there's always one that does really well. These two did not too bad either. Yeah, all the spears just getting massacred. 78 kills the best. 312 kills for the Black Serpent Rangers, though, is very, very good. And I did not realize they did so well. Mummox getting 279 kills is also not too shabby. Then we have God playing as Isengard. 156 kills with his Isengard infantry here. 291 with the Stormers. Really good kills there. 93 with the Berserkers. A little bit disappointing for these guys. Pikes 170 is also pretty good. Grenadiers 105 kills and Crossbows 120. Then we have Chicken Wolf playing as Gondor. 208 kills with the Gondor sword infantry, but most of them did really well. 206 here, 187, some really good kills with his swords. Isildur Guard 72 kills, Princess Coast Guard 81, Pikes 219, the best of the bunch. I mean, the others did not do that great, but this one exceptionally well. Then the Ithilien Rangers getting 184 kills. Then we have Sir Saint playing as Rohan. Sword Thane's 109, actually not too bad, actually outscoring his early retainers who got 104. And then we have Axtane 61, 122 with the Guard of the Golden Hall, 176 with the Guards of the Hornburg. All of them did pretty well, to be honest. And then Cav 140 kills, 135 with his Knights of House of Earl. Really nicely done there for all the players. Well done. Hope you guys did enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I will see you in the next one.